Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania sponsors this podcast, and it's having a promotion right now that's so good, it's scary. Buy one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off. Ooh, plus another $250 off your whole project. That's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Check out renewalbyandersen.com to learn more. Microschools are gaining some traction. Meanwhile, thousands were affected by a Verizon outage yesterday. The deer population in some areas is out of control. Lastly, he's real sorry over his graffiti mansion. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Microschools are pretty much what they sound like, reports the Tribune Review. Schools which serve a small number of students ranging from 5 to up to 20, which emphasize personalized learning experiences as well as curricula that cater to specific needs and interests. Some begin the day with Socratic seminars, others focus on studying cultural practices from all over the world. Others still prepare students for traditional schools while also catering to a more specialized class. And these schools are a growing trend in Pennsylvania too, as more and more parents seek alternative choices for their kids' education. While the state education department doesn't have any data for microschools specifically, it did note how the number of home-educated and privately tutored students remains higher today than ever before the pandemic. Said one parent who enrolled their child in a microschool in Pittsburgh, quote, "It's been a massive blessing. We find that kids learning at their own pace keeps them very interested." About 100,000 Verizon customers nationwide experienced an outage yesterday, reports PennLive. Down Detector, a site which tracks tech outages, noted how these customers were impacted by the outage as of 11 a.m., with people taking to social media to make Verizon very aware of the issue. Verizon confirmed that it was indeed aware, and that it was working on fixing it as fast as they could. As to what caused the outage, that's still not known as of this episode's recording. The deer population in places like Lehigh and Northampton counties is out of control, states the Morning Call. The State Game Commission in its annual deer report has revealed how over 25% of residents in these areas believe the number of deer is just too darn high, causing many of them grief, from the deer eating people's plants to the traffic issues they cause. However, the commission says its hard data indicates the deer population is actually stable, noting how deer activity typically changes depending on the migration of the animal through an area. By all accounts and records, a $6 million mansion in California has been owned by film producer John Power Middleton since 2012, although it's been declared a nuisance and abandoned for more than a decade, says the Philadelphia Inquirer. And while it's unclear if Middleton, a Philadelphia native and son of Phillies owner John Middleton, ever lived in the building, the people living by it have adamantly complained about it because of the egregious graffiti covering it from roof to roof. Squatters and local street artists have also apparently taken over the building. Middleton owns another mansion in California, also seemingly abandoned, and he's recently formally apologized to his neighbors about both in a statement published last week, promising how he intends to fix and sell them as soon as possible. That's all for today. For even more Pennsylvania news and beyond, drop by PennLive.com. Also, please remember to leave this podcast a rating and to share it around with people you think would like it too. Thanks ahead of time, and of course, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more Today in PA. Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania sponsors this podcast, and it's having a promotion right now that's so good, it's scary. Buy one window or door and get another window or door at 40% off. Ooh, plus another $250 off your whole project. That's at no money down, no payments, and no interest for a whole year. Check out renewalbyandersen.com to learn more.